In the latest pod news, Google has finally switched on Chromecast functionality in Google Podcasts, so listeners can enjoy podcasts on their TVs and connected speakers. International Podcast Day was yesterday. Included in the day, the winners of the Podcast Awards 2018 were announced. There's a full list of the winners and nominations on the Podcast Awards website, with subscribe links to all major platforms. Spotify now appears to be supporting podcasts in Android Auto, a little better than they used to. There's now a skip forward button in the display for podcasts rather than just a skip track button. It is, however, still impossible to select a podcast to listen to in the Android Auto interface. Radio and podcast consultant Valerie Geller spoke at Next Radio 2018. She says there are no boring stories, only boring storytellers.
The work that I do is just based on three things, and it never changes. People go, oh, what are you going to talk about this time? Because I've been around for a while. What are you going to talk about this time? And I'm like, it's the same message, because it's what works. Tell the truth, make it matter, and never be boring.
You can watch that full video free at the Next Radio website at next.radio. In podcasts, we link to Media Masters, an extended interview podcast from the UK with media people at the top of their career. The latest episode is with Alison Phillips, the editor of the Daily Mirror. We also link to Long Distance, which asks what it means to be Filipino outside of the homeland, and The One Show Show, a fan podcast about UK television's The One Show. If by fan podcast you mean a set of people pointing out how irredeemably awful the show is. It's presented by John Holmes.